Good morning, students. In this class, we are going to talk about arrays. Okay. See, generally, array is a why we are using arrays. What is a array? Generally, array is a we can say it is a one data type. So, before going to see the concept of arrays, let us see normal variable. Generally, if we want to represent a variable, that is like no. For example, if I am using a variable called a, for example, int a. Okay, by using the variable a, I can store only one value. For example, int a equal to 10. If I want to store one more variable, one more variable of type integer, for example 20, again I have to declare one more variable, that is for example b, int b equal to 20. Like here what will happen, in order to represent two values of same data type, we are going to use two different variables. Why? Because here a is one variable, that value is 10, b is another variable, that value is 20. Here 10, 20, these two are the same types. Okay, in order to represent same data types, we are going to use the different variables. Why? Because we can't store more than one value of same type in one variable. Okay, we can't store a equal to 10 comma 20. Okay, we can't declare like that. Okay, so it is a problem in normal variables. Okay, in order to avoid those problems, we are going to use the concept called as array. Generally, by using these arrays, we are going to store the multiple values or more values of same data type with one name. Okay, by using these arrays, we are going to store the multiple values of same type in one place. So it is an array. So what is the definition? Array is a collection of data that holds a fixed number of values of same data type. Generally, the size and the type of arrays cannot be changed after a declaration. See, for example, if you take the students, okay, for example, in your class, for example, there are 50 students are there. If you want to store the marks of 50 students, okay, then only if it is we are using ordinary variable now, so we are going to use the more number of variables in order to represent the marks. Okay, so in that case, we are going to use the concept called as arrays. Okay, for example, floor marks. Okay, of 100. 100 means size. Here we are going to mention the within the bracket size. Okay, where we are going to use this arrays concept. Some of the examples are like no list of temperatures recorded every hour in a day. Okay, or month or year. In that case, definitely we are going to use the arrays. List of employees in an organization. See, if you take one organization, in that organization there are so many number of employees are there, thousands of employees are there. Okay, in order to represent the employees information, definitely you are going to employees are same type only. Definitely we are going to use the concept called as arrays. Again, in the same way, list of products and their costs. Again, a test score of a class of subjects. Again, customers and their telephone numbers. For this one also we are going to use the arrays. A table of daily rainfall data. For all these applications, we are going to use the concept called as arrays. Generally, how we are going to declare an array in C language? First of all, we are going to write the data type and followed by array name. Within the bracket, I am going to write the size, array size. Okay. See, for example, here example also I have mentioned. Data type is float. Array name is nothing but name of the array which was given by the user. Okay, whatever it may be. Okay. Here array name is marks. Size is nothing but 5. 5 is nothing but maximum size. Okay, we cannot exceed the size. If you are representing the array size, we are going to use the maximum that size only. Okay, we are not exceeding the that size. Here we declare an array marks of floating point type and the size is 5. This holds 5 floating point values. Okay, here 5 is nothing but we are going to store only maximum of 5 floating numbers only. Okay, so it is the declaration of the array. Okay, whereas elements of an array, how we are going to represent and how we are going to access. Okay, we can access the elements of an array by using the index. Okay, here what is the index? generally each and every value in an array will recognized by one value. That value is called as index. In array, the first value where we are going to store is starts with index 0. Okay, that means each and every value should starts with index 0 in array. Suppose you declare an array marks. Okay, the first element marks of 0, again second element marks of 1, again third element is marks of 0, marks of 3, again fourth one is marks of 4, like this, marks of 0, marks of 1, marks of 2. Okay, here why? Because marks of 0 means first element, marks of 1 means second element, like this. Okay, that means each and every value should associated with an index. Okay, here if you take an array should starts with index value. Okay, 0 to n minus 1 we can say. An array have 0 as the first index, not 1. We are not taking the 1. 0 is the first index value. In this example, marks of 0. If the size of an array is n, to access the last element, we are going to use the n minus 1. Okay. In this one, marks of 4. Okay. Whereas, suppose the starting address of the marks of 0 is 120. Then the next address is marks of 1. That will be 2024, like this. Why? Because the float will occupy the 4 bytes. Okay. So how we are going to initialize the array? Okay, here it is the syntax for initialization of array. It is possible to initialize array during declaration. Here how we are going to declare is first of all data type, then followed by array name. Here within the bracket I am going to write the size, array size, and equal to, within the flower bracket I am going to write the values. Okay, here into marks of 5, it is nothing but I am going to write the 5 values, that is 9, 4, 6, 3, 5. There is one more initialization is there. Okay, like no, into marks I am not mentioning the here size, here I am writing the values. Okay, 9, 4, 6, 3, 5. Here whenever we initialize like this, how it will appear is 9, 4, 6, 3, 5. Okay, it is a consecutive numbers. The 9 will be in 0th index, 4 will be in first index, and the 6 will be in second index, third will be in third index, fifth will be fourth index. Okay, why? Because here each and every value in the array should associate with one index value. Okay, here marks of 0 is nothing but 9, marks of 1 is 4, marks of 2 is 3. Okay, sorry, 6, marks of 3 is 3, marks of 4 is 5. Okay, like this. Okay, next one is whenever we are working with arrays, we should know the points. Here suppose you declare an array of size 10 elements, for example in test array of 10. Here test array is nothing but name of the array. You can use the array members from test of 0 to test of 9. Why? Because 10 means from 0 to 9 only. If you try to access array elements outside of its bounds, let us say a test of 12, the compiler may not show any error. However, this may cause an unexpected output, undefined behavior. Over here the thing is, generally in test of array of 10 means we are going to store the 10 values only. Okay, for example test of 0 means first value, test of 2 means second value, like this. Okay, if you are giving test of 12 means the compiler shouldn't give any error, won't give any error. Okay, it is an unexpected output. Okay, so this point also you should remember whenever you are working with arrays. Okay, generally arrays are 3 types. First one is one dimensional array, two dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. We can say 3. Multi-dimensional means 3 dimensional or 4 dimensional, whatever it may be. Okay, one dimensional array. Okay, here one dimensional array is nothing but arrays only. Okay, an array with one subscript, or one, we can say subscript is nothing but, that is square bracket. Okay, an array with one subscript, then we can call it as a one dimensional array. Okay, just now we have studied about arrays now, so array is nothing but one dimensional array only. The list of items can be given one variable name using only one subscript. Okay, and such variables are called a single subscripted variable or one dimensional arrays. Okay, the syntax is for one dimensional array is nothing but array declaration only. Okay, type, data type is nothing but data type, then variable name of type, size, within the bracket I am going to write the size. Okay, examples are float height of 50. Here float is the data type, Height is nothing but array name, or we can say variable name. There was nothing wrong. Again within the bracket I am going to write the 50. Again second one is int. Int is a data type. Type means data type only. Group means array name, or we can say variable name. Within the bracket I am going to mention the size 10. Again char. Okay, one more example is char. Char is a data type. Name is a array name or variable name of size 10. Okay. So here in this one dimensional, the type specifies the type of the element that will be contained in the array, such that either it may be integer or float or character, and the size indicates the maximum number of elements that can store in the array. For example, int number of 5. Okay, here int number of 5 means here maximum number of elements are 5 locations. Okay, number of 0, number of 1, number of 2, number of 3, number of 4. Okay, for example, if I have given 5 elements like 35, 20, 40, 57, 19, then how it will store into the memory is number of 0 is 35, number of 1 is 20, okay, number of 2 is 40, next number of 3 is 57. Like this we are going to store into the memory. Okay, so initialization of one dimensional array. Okay, if you take one dimensional array, we are going to initialize this one dimensional array in two ways, at compile time or runtime. In C programming, generally array can be initialized at either of the following ways only, whereas compile time initialization is nothing but we can say a data type followed by array name. Within the brackets I am going to give the list of values. Okay, whenever we are giving the values, we should separate it by each and every value with comma. For example, int number of 3 equal to, within the brackets 0, 5, 4 values, whatever it may be, we are giving the values. If you are giving the size, okay, the value should not exceed the size. For example, here I am giving the size 3. Okay, we are going to give the values maximum of 3. Okay, it will declare the variable number as an array of size 3. Will assign value to each number. If the number of values in the list is less than the number of the element, then only that many elements will be initialized. The remaining elements will be set to 0 automatically. Okay. Next one is runtime initialization. Array can be initialized explicitly at the time of run. Okay. For example, consider the one simple code, that is for I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. If I are giving scanf %d ampersand x of I, here in this runtime initialization of array, looping statements are almost compulsory. Okay, without looping concept, we can't initialize the array at runtime. Okay, looping statements are used to initialize the values of the array, one of the using assignment operator or to the keyboard by the user. Okay, so we are giving the initialization at the runtime also. Okay, it is one sample program by using the one dimensional array. So here also we are going to write the main function as usual, header files. Okay, I am going to take one array name int array of 5 of size 5 elements. First of all, I am going to enter 5 values. Okay, that is for that one I am going to write one statement printf, enter 5 numbers to store. Again I am going to write the for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 1, 5, I plus plus. Again those 5 values I am going to scan. Okay, scanf statement. Again I am going to print the values, whatever values I am giving, those values I am going to print. Okay, so for that one also I am going to write one statement printf elements in the array are. Okay, so here again for printf, again for loop, again printf statement for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Elements are elements stored are %d comma a of array of I. Okay, so by using this program we are going to print the values, how many values we are entering into the from the keyboard, those values are only we are going to print. Okay, here the major thing are we are going to use the for loop and scanf and for loop and printf. Okay, for loop and scanf is to read the values from the keyboard. Okay, whereas for loop and printf is for print the values, whatever values we are giving to the computer from the keyboard. Okay, so it is the one simple example for one dimensional array. Okay, then so here input values are for example we have given 23, 45, 32, 25, 45. like no, here the values are same, whatever values we are giving, those values are pending, but here the locations are a of 0, okay, a of 0, 23. Next one is not a of 0, a of 1, okay. So a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, like this, okay. Next one is two-dimensional array, okay. See what is meant by two-dimensional array, okay. So whenever we are going to represent the some rows and columns concept, okay, then we are going to use the concept called as two-dimensional array. Simply another name for two-dimensional array is, it is a, we can say, matrix. The simplest form of multi-dimensional array is a two-dimensional array, okay. A two-dimensional array is an essential one in the list of one-dimensional array. If you are using two indexes, then we two-dimensional array is nothing but if you are using two indexes or two subscripts, if you represent the values, then we can call it as a two-dimensional. To declare a two-dimensional integer array of size x and y, you should be written something, okay, type array name, okay, within the brackets two subscripts we are using x and y. Here type can be any valid C data type and array name will be a valid C identifier, okay. Here we are going to use only in the one dimension, we are using only one subscript or one bracket. Here we are going to use the two subscripts, okay, whereas it is a two-dimensional array, okay. In this generally why we are using this two-dimensional array is to represent the rows and columns. A two-dimensional array can be considered as a table, will be have x number 0th row and y number 0th column. Generally a two-dimensional array A which contains 3 rows and 4 columns can be shown like this, okay. Here first one is each and every row should starts with 0, and at the same time each and every column starts with 0, okay. 0th row, first row, second row, third row, like this, and the 0th column, first column, second column, third column, fourth column, like this, okay. In this table, how we are going to represent each and every value? The first value is, that is row 0, column 0, okay. We are going to represent a of 0, 0. It is nothing but the value which is present in the 0th row and the 0th column. So first index value is row and the second index value is column. Again, and the second one is first 0th in the 0th row, again first column. We can say a of 0, 1, okay. A of 0, 1 means what is meant by 0? In the first subscript we are going to write the row, and the second subscript we are going to write the column. So a of 0, 1 is nothing but the element which is present in 0th row, first column, like no, like this in the 0th row only, a of 0, 2. A of 0, 2 means the element which is present in the 0th row and the second column. Again a of 0, 3. A of 0 means what will happen? 0th row, third column, okay. First row is completed, okay. Again in the second row, okay. Second row means a of 1, 0, okay. 1, 0, again 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, like this, okay. Here every element in the array A is identified by an element name of the form A of Ij, where here A is the name of the array and I and J are the subscripts that uniquely identified each element in A. How we are going to initialize a two-dimensional array? Multi-dimensional arrays may be initialized by specifying bracketed values for each row, okay. Here it is the example for initialization of two-dimensional array. For example, here int A of 3, 4. Here 3 means row, 4 means columns. How many elements we are going to initialize? 3 into 4. Totally 3 into 4 means 12 values, okay. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, it is one row, okay. Again 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay. Here how many rows? 3 rows. How many columns are there? 4 columns, okay. Here the here the brackets is the nested braces which indicate the intended row and unintended row. They are optional. The following initialization is equivalent to the previous example. Int A of 3, 4 equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, okay. So if you represent both of the ways, okay. The first way is representation of the elements within the manner of rows and columns. Second way is normal values. Okay, even though if you represent the int a of 3 4 equal to total 12 values, the compiler automatically will create 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay, here 3 rows and 4 columns, total 12 elements. Okay, accessing the two-dimensional array elements, here we are going to use the same two indexes. Okay, for example, here row value and the second one is column index. First one is row index, second value is column index. Int value equal to a of 2 3. Okay, the above statement is will take the fourth element from the third row and third row of the array. Okay, here int a of 2 means second row and third column. Okay, see here, this is the example for two-dimensional array. Okay, here I am going to take 5 rows and 2 columns. Okay, again I am going to use the for loop for I equal to 0. Okay, one for loop is row and again one more for loop is for column. Okay, just I am going to print the values, whatever values I am going to initialize here. Okay, 0 0 1 2 2 4 3 6 and 4 8. Okay, by using the for loop. Okay, the outputs are 0 0, whatever values we have given, those values we are going to get. Okay, whereas next one is multi-dimensional arrays. So in C language supports multi-dimensional arrays also. Multi-dimensional arrays have more than one subscript values. Okay, either it may be a 3 4 5. It is 3 dimensional, 4 means 4 dimensional. Multi-dimensional arrays are also called as matrix, and multi-dimensional arrays we can call it as a array of arrays also. Same multi-dimensional arrays declaration as it is like data type followed by array name. Within the brackets I am going to mention the dimensions, that is d1 d2 and so on dn. In this above declaration of array n, dimensions of the name array name, where each element array is of type data type, the maximum number of elements that can be stored in multi-dimensional array name is size 1, at the same time size 2 and so on size n. For example, char cube of 50 60 30. Okay, so char is the data type, cube is the array name. Okay, here d1 is 50, d2 is 60, d3 is 30. Okay, this is the multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, right. Thank you.